I'm in peace to obviously bring you the latest news and information as far as everything is really concerned about this particular agenda. Arsenal taking on a side known as Atletico de Madrid, and it's obviously going to be happening at the Stadium of the Emirates, and I tell you, it's really going to be coming in through thick and hard. And you guys, a moment. About this particular agenda, Arsenal. So, a lot is obviously going to be coming up, and we are doing the needful to see to it that we broadcast this to you. And you know what we do always. You know what we do always. It's all about what we really feed you, and it's all about Rokani David. And let's get straight into the confirmed starting 11 for the side of Arsenal. Obviously, the manager of Arsenal has gone in for merit, not favoritism, and he is what he has gone ahead to do. The manager of Arsenal has obviously gone ahead to really put out a very huge competitive squad, I tell you, and this is the starting 11 for the club of Arsenal. Arsenal has David Raya in goal. Then they do have White, Gabriel Magalhaes, Carafiori Luis, Lewis Skelly, Rice, Eze, Saka, Trossard, and Victor Gyökeres in there for you. So that is Arsenal for you. The bench has Kepa Arrizabalaga, Setford, Mosquera, Hincapie, Odegaard, Jesus, Martinelli, Nogard, Noni Madueke, Kai Havertz, and Martin Zubimendi, plus Max Dorman. That is Arsenal for you. Then we head to the side known as Atletico Madrid, and we do have Oblak, Ruggeri, Hanko, Mark Pubil, Linomad, Koke, Lorente, Gliano, Griezmann, Alvarez, Lukman. So that is how everything is really panning out for a side known as Atletico Madrid in there for you. So when things go like that, we obviously have to head to what we call the bench for a side known as Atletico Madrid, and it's Musso, Jimenez, Lenglet, Molina, Bona, Julio Diaz, Mendoza, and we do have Johnny, Alex B, Obed Vegas, Soloth, and Almada. That is it. That is the confirmed starting 11 for these two teams that are obviously going to be tussling it out in here onto the Emirates Stadium today. Arsenal, they've shifted from a system that they really played with in Atletico de Madrid. It was a 4-3-3 at the Riyadh Air Metropolitano Stadium, and they've decided to obviously say we are keeping this to the fullest, and here is what Arsenal has for you. Arsenal have the following in there for you. They do have David Raya in goal. The system is 4-2-3-1. Then they bring in Ben White. There is a Ricardo Carafiori, left back. There is William Saliba, right-sided centre-back. Gabriel Magalhaes, left-sided centre-back. The double pivot of Declan Rice and Miles Lewis-Skelly coming in through to really represent. Saka, right attacking midfielder. Trossard, left attacking midfielder. Eze, central attacking midfielder. And Victor Gyökeres has gone ahead to be played as the centre-forward. What I can tell you is no changes have been made from the starting 11 of Arsenal that went ahead to annihilate a team known as Fulham at the Emirates. No changes. And I told you, why are these players very important? Carafiori, good on the ball, going forward defensively, and he balances the attack and offensive play very side. You know, his football reception is really out of this world. Same applies to Benjamin White, though he really struggles a little bit, but I know he's really good on the ball. When you get him the ball, you're 100% sure that he's not going to lose it. Then we obviously have Declan Rice coming in through to play a role that is really very significant as a CDM. And Lewis Skelly, box-to-box midfielder, but he's a workaholic player. My worry is he really ready for the game today? You know, because it might get on his head and these players might target him. Though we remember very well that he really featured predominantly when they were beating Real Madrid last season at the Bernabeu in there for you. So I think He played in the quarters and semi-finals of the Champions League last season, and this is not a new stage. And him playing at the Emirates at home, I think this is the time to showcase what he's really having to really take Arsenal to the levels that they are at. Then Saka, right attacking midfielder coming in through. Remember, he bagged a goal and an assist in the game they beat Fulham by 3-0. And Eze was responsible for the second goal. You can call it for the secondary assist. Leandro Trossard bagging in an assist in there for you. Now, this is what Arteta has gone in for. He's like, because I know they're obviously going to be coming in throughout the Emirates, they're going to sit back and hit me on the break. I need players to obviously go ahead and really unscrew that low block. And indeed, that's what the manager has really gone ahead to go in for, players that are really comfortable on the ball. Leandro Trossard, Eze, Lewis Skelly, Ricardo Carafiori. Those players are really going to be very important into this. So Atletico has to take care of whatever they do. I'm telling you. Atletico has to take care on what they are doing, because if they don't, it might result into them being battered to the fullest. Now, Atletico Madrid, its system is known. It's a 4-4-2. It doesn't change. You understand? And they do have Joan Oblak in goal, Pubil right back, Ruggeri left back, Hanko left-sided centre-back, Lee Nomad right-sided centre-back, double pivot of Koke and Lorente. Lorente has gone ahead to start. Last time he never really started. The son of the manager, Simeone, has been given a chance to come up and represent to the fullest in here, and we really anticipate for him hugely. Left winger, it's Lookman. Simeone is the right winger. Antonio Griezmann and Julian Alvarez playing as the twins in here for you in that particular system. So that's exactly what we're having in here onto what we call the Rokani Media Football. Confirmed starting 11s for those teams have gone ahead to come in through, and let's wait and see how that pans out. I went in for a 1-0 win for the club of Arsenal, but according to what the lineup the manager has gone ahead to put out, it might rain goals, I tell you, because the bench of Arsenal speaks out more than the bench of Atletico de Madrid. I tell you, it speaks volumes. It speaks roughness. It speaks a lot, because if you're to talk about the attack-minded players that Arsenal really do have, Max Dorman, Martin Zubimendi, Kai Havertz, Noni Madueke, Gabriel Martinelli, Gabriel Jesus, and Martin Odegaard. Now, those 7 players are really attack-minded, attack-minded players. So, the manager has lots of buttons to press to see to it that he really turns this around. I know Atletico has a good bench, but you cannot compare their bench to the team of Arsenal, unless otherwise. God doesn't want Arsenal to play in the Champions League final, but I already see Arsenal playing into the Champions League final. I tell you this. Arsenal is playing in the Champions League final this season. Unless otherwise, God doesn't want them to be there. But they're already there. I tell you, Arsenal is already there. And we wait to see what a result will come in here. Now, the manager of Arsenal has said, I've never seen an atmosphere like it. Meaning that it's really buzzing. It's really buzzing. On starting, Lewis Skelly said he's played many times in this position. He has the ability. He's very flexible, and he will show what he can do. We need to be adaptable and aggressive with the ball. We have the right players to do this. So, obviously, that is what Arsenal has to do to win this game. They need to come in through thick and hard and obviously try to be very aggressive, win second balls, and see to it that they make Atletico Madrid pay for their parking of the bus. But the having of Martinelli on the bench is also a different story altogether. Now, on Saka, I hope he can maintain the form he showed a few weeks ago, and that can help us win the game. So, that is it. Then, one final message, let's go for it. Let's do it. That's what the manager of Arsenal has gone ahead to say. So, Half of Arsenal's 10 outfield starters for tonight's game are English players. It's the most English named in Ghana's starting 11 in the Champions League since December 2009, when they fielded 5 against Olympiacos. Can you name the 5? So, those 5 in 2009 were Theo Walcott, Jack Wilshere, Kelly Bartley, Claire Gilbert, and Tom Cruise in there for you. Now, this time round, who are the English players that Arsenal have gone ahead to front in the starting 11? Ben White, Rice, Lewis Skelly, Eze, and Bukayo Saka. 5 English players into the starting 11 of Arsenal, something that last happened in 2009. Let's see whether the English side will come up and obviously do the needful in here onto this. So that's what we had for you in here, and I think the game of football is obviously going to be starting. I'm having to Kwasibire Eric. Good evening, already. What is Arteta planning? Obviously, we've just gone ahead to really dissect anything concerning this game of football. And guys, allow me sign out. I'm going to be returning when this game of football is done and dusted. But let me end this poll and see how you guys have gone ahead to vote. Who is winning the game and who is knocking out the other? Are we going to extra time? I don't see extra time in here. 90% have called in for an Arsenal win, and 10% have called in for draw. 0% don't see Atletico